Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you also Omari Jaguar, Omari JJ, the trader from the villages, the only code that is a Jaguar, Umalume Forex. I'm welcoming you again to yet another video, the Monday market open. I know the market is opened, but this is gonna be an overview on how our week will be looking like as the week goes on. Today it's Monday the 27th of February 2023. So, as you guys all know, it's month end. So, it means next week Friday, or rather this week Friday, we're going to be having the NFP. So, it's the first week of the month. So, we are indeed going to be having the NFP. I'm not sure when again we're going to be having the CPI and so forth. So, the big news are coming. So get ready for that. And you guys know that last month's NFP went very well. So let's hope also this the next month's NFP is also gonna go as well planned as possible. So without wasting any further time on today's show, today we're gonna be doing the NZDUSD, the NAS100, the XAUUSD, the EURUSD, as well as the USDCAD and the Eurozar. So I'm gonna be giving you guys an alternative on another pair that you can trade, which is much more similar to XAUUSD, but it always moves faster than XAUUSD. Again, I'm gonna give you guys a big disclaimer on why you should not trade Eurozar. I'll give that disclaimer why you should not trade Eurozar. I think most of you will agree with me in terms of that disclaimer I'll be giving to you guys. But in order for you to catch all that, watch till the end, and then you're going to be able to catch that advice from the Omari J, from the Omari Jaguar, on why should you stay away from trading Eurozar. So without wasting any further time, let's go straight to NZDUSD. So in our last analysis we did NZDUSD, and as you can see it's still going like according to the plan. So basically where we started by drawing our zones as usual. We draw our zones, any possible turning points. So these zones are the support and resistance lines which indicate any possible turning point lines, or we're catering for most of the touches that took place in our graph to make it easier for us to predict what might be a possible outcome out of this. So this is a weekly time frame. You cannot tell much from a weekly time frame, but all we can see is that we are indeed going down. We are descending downwards with the market. There's nothing much to tell, but all we can see is that the market has been selling for quite some time. So we cannot take much from a weekly time frame, but there's something that we can always notice from a daily time frame, which is more of the recent data over the days that we've been having. So I think this literally the whole month, from February 1 until now we've been selling. So I don't see anything that can make much to be bullish, but let's dive deeper and see what is it that we're gonna come out with from this. So we can now start introducing our trend lines. I like drawing this like this. I like drawing that like that, because it will help me see whether I'm still coming back to this trend or this trend is no longer valid for me. But I'm seeing something else, of which I think you guys or spotted it first. I'm seeing an inverse head and shoulders. Then we are at the neckline here, and look what happened at the neckline. The neckline always follows the structure that you are currently at. I think I explained this last week. I'm not going to explain it again. What do I mean by that? But the neckline always follows the structure that we are currently having. So we're having sells, we're going bullish. So the neckline, instead of being bearish, it should just always follow the structure. So that's why we're having sells here before we can rather continue buy and then continue with our sells. So in most of the cases, let me just try to explain this. We were on a bullish structure like this, then we get a head and shoulders, probably head and shoulders. This is our neckline, as we all agree. In most of the cases, instead of us selling, we're gonna continue buying. That is something that I've learned over the period of time. However, when we're having sells and then we have our head and shoulders like this again, head and shoulders, this is then our neckline. In most of the cases, you're not gonna see a sharp moving upside. You in fact gonna see sells from the neckline. I don't know if I'm making sense with this. But I don't know. I think you guys are gonna comment and tell me if I'm making sense. But let me try to explain it again in this form. Let's say you had a head and shoulders pattern like this, and then the market was doing what? Was selling, and then we had a head and shoulders like that. Instead of it breaking, instead of the neckline buying or being bullish, you instead gonna have it selling, continuing with what was on the main structure. I think I'm making more sense now. Continuing with what was on the main structure. So that's one of the things I've got to realize on my trading as the years passed. I wanna be able to draw, hence why I'm doing this. Okay, fine. But yeah, that's an example that I'm giving you guys. So in most of the cases, you're gonna be having it following what was already on the structure. So for example, as you guys can see here, with a little bit of a neckline, in most of the people, they will say they expect it to break and buy. They always say you enter your positions on the neckline. It's true, you enter your position on the neckline, but always make sure that you check whether you were being bullish all along or you were being bearish all along. So that's what plays a major role when determining whether are you going for buys or sells in your neckline. So I don't know if you guys understand, but it's a bit advanced. If you guys didn't understand what I mean, I think on the next video I'll try to explain it even much more. Do please drop a comment and tell me what you think about this analogy that I just put into being right now as I'm explaining. So basically that is what's happening with NZDUSD. I don't know if I should continue this analysis, but let me try to continue until I finish it. Continue until I finish it. As you can see, with a nice neckline here, a very beautiful neckline. But as you can see that previously, let me see how can I highlight that. Previously we were having these bullish, these bearish movements, so I'm expecting that to also happen here. This person is actually having their hands up. It's hand number one. It's hand number one. It's arm number one. So here here we are, we have arm number one and then arm number two. So these are the hands. Hand number one. Hand is there at the top because this is an arm obviously. And then arm number two, then the hand is there. So I'll be expecting the continuations on sells I'll be expecting the continuation of sells. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That's NZDUSD. On a smaller time frame, obviously, we'll just still continue with what I just analyzed for you on a bigger time frame. We just continue with that. There you have it. There you have it. So, looking at the next pair, which is gold. Gold will be very simple and straightforward. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. Let's go for you. Then I promised you that I'm gonna tell you about an alternative that you can trade besides just only trading gold. So I promised you that I was gonna give you guys an alternative. So there is an alternative that you can trade, and it's called, I don't know if it's available here, it's called XAUUSD. Yeah, there it is. This is an alternative that you can trade. You can trade XAUUSD instead of trading that one. I told you that it moves way faster than gold, and it always gives proper setup way before gold. So as you can see, gold for now, I think now gold is going to be testing the structure first before we can see another drop happening. So as you can see, this one is already completed, but with gold is still selling. With gold is still selling. It's roughly here. They haven't tested back to the structure before continuing to sell. So it is good to look at an alternative. There is an alternative called XAUUSD. You can check it out. So that's just a bonus I'm giving you guys. So moving right along, we're gonna look at NZD, which should be selling as well. Thank you so much. The setup from Jaguar Wednesdays last week is still valid. The setup from Jaguar Wednesdays last week is still 100% valid. There is a setup. Not gonna dwell much on this, but I feel like it's already clear enough. It's already very clear enough. The setup from Jaguar Wednesdays last week is still very much valid. Still very much valid. Still very much valid. Trying to come with another options to show you this. So I'll wait for that small test. I'll wait for that small test there and see if I break above and test, I'm ready for buys. But if I fail, I do an M formation, I'm ready for continuation of sales. So basically that is what's happening with NAS 100. So EURUSD. So with EURUSD, I had analyzed it and I predicted the sales. So right now my setup is complete. Last week I analyzed it for you. If you guys happen not to watch last week's video, I'm urging you to go and watch it right now so that you can see how did I make this prediction that is currently completed right now. All take profit has been hit. All take profit has been hit, so we're expecting now the movement towards a different direction. So I'm done here. If you didn't have a chance to watch how I analyzed this, please go check the previous week's video. It's on my channel right now for you to see how I did this. So it's going to be much more easier for you when you do it like that. Even here, it can be a small test before the drop. It can still continue dropping. I'm not saying it's done dropping. It can just play around and continue with the drop. So basically that can happen. So let's look at USDCAD. USDCAD. All these things I'm making you guys check out. We already did them together on that previous video, so visiting it will help you understand how I arrived into this decision. So as you can see, a very clean break and test, and obviously the continuation was deemed to happen. But now I'm looking at something. I'm seeing that we've spiked. We didn't pass that position, and we spiked exactly at 1.36640. So that means we still need a very strong volatility to be able to break above that structure. So which then takes me into a conclusion that we're still going to play around here a lot to try get volatility to break above the structure. So when we play around here, we are doing what we call the market traps, trapping everyone who is a buyer to believe that it's a sell, and trapping everyone who's selling to believe that it's truly a sell. Then we're going to start what? We're going to start buying. So basically that is what's happening at USDCAD. So one more last thing I said I want to talk about is EURUSD. Guys, EURUSD was my favorite pair. Not EURUSD, I'm sorry. It's Eurozar. Eurozar is my favorite pair of all times. However, I have a big problem when I'm trading this thing. So as you can see, I had analyzed it with you, and here are the results. They're 100% accurate. I have a big problem when I'm trading this thing. This thing has what we call, let me write down for you. This thing has what we call high. It has what we call high spreads, guys. Hi guys, I've tried to trade Eurozar, but I've reached an end. I've checked it out with all the brokers, but the problem is the high spreads, guys. Even when you are in profits, you're still not in profits. I've even tried it with the zero spread broker, but it was still charging me for spreads. I don't know how. It has high spreads. So I do not advise you guys to trade Eurozar. I do not advise you guys to trade unless you get a broker that has lower spreads on trading Eurozar. Because at the end of the day, we trade Forex because we want to win. We do not trade Forex for fun. We do not trade things because we only love them, but we are trading them because we want to be profitable out of them. So it's not an advice I would give you to trade Eurozar, guys, even if it gives these beautiful setups. As you can see how beautiful the setup is on Eurozar. However, because of its high spreads, I no longer like to trade it. So that is an advice I wanted to give you guys, that when you trade, be careful of the spreads on your trade, because sometimes you would say a particular broker is a scam, whatever, I'm in profits but I do not see the profits on my account. It's not because the broker is a scam or what, but it's because of the high spreads on the trade that you took. So every time when you trade, be on your watch out for the spread first. Check the spread and then enter that trade. The lower the spread, the more chances of you not paying more, so the more the chances of you getting into profits quicker. So basically that is it. So that's it from Eurozar from my side, but I would not advise you guys to trade Eurozar because of the problem I just stipulated. Rather trade EURUSD. And also someone would ask me if it's the same with USDZAR. USDZAR has big spreads, but it's not as bad as it is with Eurozar. With Eurozar, it's too massive, guys. It's too massive. It's unbearable. You will feel the pain. And the pain is unbearable. Like, it's unbearable because you get it when you are in losses. It chows you more. When you are in wins, you do not see much of the benefits that you are getting from those wins. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. It's always go to your mentor, the Omari Jaguar, the Omari JJ, the trader from the villages. Do not forget to like and subscribe in the video for me to continue giving you such exclusive and good content. I cannot do so if you guys are not showing me love. Please show love in the comment section and comment, show me love, and also where I can improve, also tell me so that I can improve. We just started doing this channel, and I thank you guys a lot for 3,000 subscribers on our channel. Please tell your friends to come and like and subscribe and share this video to as many people as possible. Without your support, I wouldn't have been where I am. I wouldn't have gotten the 3,000 subscribers. So ladies and gentlemen, I thank you a lot, and do not forget to click the link on my description in order for you to purchase yourself the FS Gold 3.0 course and any other course that FS Gold is having. And also click the link on my description to trade with the broker that I'm trading with in order for you to get the similar or the same or the better results than I am getting. So other than that, always go to your mentor, signing out.